सो हाय एवरीवन, आज है 22 तारीख एंड गुरुवार का दिन, मई का महीना, एक्सपायरी सेशन ऑफ द वीक। निफ्टी का आज के दिन एक्सपायरी रहने वाला है तो उसके हिसाब से कुछ प्लान करेंगे। देखो, गैप डाउन ओपन हुआ है, दैट मीन्स द थिंग दैट आई हैव टोल्ड इज लिटिल बिट बिकमिंग ट्रू कि मार्केट हैज बिकम वीक एंड ऑल्सो उस वीकनेस के चक्कर में मार्केट इज गिविंग अस अ गैप डाउन, so which was expected also because it is showing closing on very good bullish level, right? So people would be carry forwarding the buying side positions. So that's why the opening is fair enough. And also, if you look at the, let me tell you the closings. Nifty close हुआ था 800 के ऊपर, बैंक निफ्टी 500 के ऊपर, एंड सॉरी सेंसेक्स 500 के ऊपर, तो 81,500 के ऊपर, एंड बैंक निफ्टी की बात करें तो 54,000 55,000 के ऊपर क्लोज हुआ था। तो गैप डाउन ओपनिंग मीन्स कहीं ना कहीं ये हाई आज के दिन सस्टेन होने वाला है। तो गैप डाउन ओपन अगर होता है, देखो यहाँ पर जो भी बायर्स होंगे उनको अगर टारगेट करने के बाद मार्केट एक बुलिश कैंडल बनाता है, देन वी कैन से कि चलो मार्केट में कहीं ना कहीं बुलिशनेस एस्टेब्लिश हो रहा है। लेकिन आज के दिन मेरा व्यू ओनली टुवर्ड्स सेलिंग साइड ही रहेगा। रीजन बीइंग सिंपल दैट बिकॉज मार्केट हैज done so much of good move yesterday but reversed due to the sellers selling pressure, right? Selling pressure means कोई भी अगर इन्फा मतलब FIA होगा, FIDI, कोई भी अगर बड़ा इंस्टीट्यूशन होगा, he will be selling here so that market had not reached till this point. इसके हाई के बाद कहीं नहीं गया मार्केट। So I think this, if this high touches today, then I will be convincing myself towards buying side, otherwise not. और अगर यहाँ पर एक इंडिसीजन कैंडल बनता है इनिशियली, so I will be not लुकिंग फॉर एनी काइंड ऑफ ट्रेड टुडे, बिकॉज मैं थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजिंग रहूंगा। अगर कोई सेटअप मिलता है अच्छे से, स्विंग के पास सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस कुछ अगर शो करता है, देन वी विल बी एंटरिंग इनटू समथिंग लाइक। अभी 800 के नीचे ओपनिंग दे रहा है, दैट मींस कहीं ना कहीं लोग, पीपल विल बी स्टार्टेड पैनिकिंग। तो यहाँ पर एक सपोर्ट जोन नो डाउट जो है, यू शुड बी कैरिंग दिस एज अ, लाइक, इफ यू थिंक यहाँ पर कोई अगर बाय करके गया होगा, मार्केट हैज रिमूव दैट दोज पर्सन्स, यहाँ पर अगर कोई बाय कर रहा होगा, फिर भी वहां पर बहुत सारे सेलिंग के साथ मार्केट ने निकाल दिया, क्योंकि बाइंग ट्रेंड है तो कोई छोटे मोटे बायर्स बैठ जाते हैं। सो पीपल स्टार्टेड सेटिंग इनटू द पोजीशन। सो अगर यहाँ पर एक रेड कैंडल बनता है बट क्विक फॉलोअप अगर हो जाता है, देन कन्विंसिंग बाय टुवर्ड्स, आई विल बी कन्विंसिंग माई सेल्फ टुवर्ड्स द बाइंग साइड, नॉट गोइंग फॉर एनी बाइंग पोजीशन। ठीक है, तो बाइंग पोजीशन कब जाया जाएगा? अगर मार्केट इन हाईस के आसपास आता है तो फिर कोई बाइंग साइड का प्लान करेंगे। लेट्स सी, लेट द मार्केट ओपन, देन आई विल बी डिस्कसिंग यू what is gonna be done. So here the market opens. चलो, ओपन होते ही जो प्रीवियस डे के बायर्स थे उनको टारगेट कर चुका है मार्केट ऑलरेडी। एंड यू शुड बी कीपिंग इन माइंड, इन्वेस्टर के अलावा नीचे की तरफ कोई नहीं होगा। सो इफ मार्केट गोज बिलो दिस पॉइंट, देन यू शुड बी थिंकिंग लाइक कि इन्वेस्टरों की भी टारगेट किया जा सकता है, because in this buying trend people would be sitting with a huge confidence that no, our positions are safe, so don't worry about that. So by thinking that, people would be carrying their positions. यहाँ पर एक क्लियर कट स्विंग है जहां से कि मार्केट नो डाउट थोड़ा सपोर्ट शो कर रहा है, एंड नेक्स्ट स्विंग वाज ऑन दिस पॉइंट। सो इफ यू लुक एट सेंसेक्स आल्सो, जो प्रीवियस स्विंग था सेंसेक्स ने तो ब्रेक कर दिया यहाँ पर, और एक स्विंग लो तो नहीं उसे कहेंगे हम, जो मार्केट का जो लोअर हायर हाई स्ट्रक्चर है उसको ब्रेक डाउन करने वाला ये लो है, क्योंकि दिस इज द हाई दैट मार्केट हैज मेड। अगर इसको सस्टेन करना हुआ, इफ दिस लो sustains here, then it will be good. Otherwise, if that doesn't happen, keep in mind that that will be become a lower low structure, which will ensure a short term down trade into the market. And if you look at Bank Nifty also, so Bank Nifty is looking pretty strong enough as compared to Nifty and all. But yes, the support it has made is giving me doubt about the buying side move it is showing right now. So let's not worry about. Let's add the premiums into the watch list. Today is gonna be the expiry, so there could be little bit of the put options are call options are already a little bit melted down, and puts are already gone up a little bit. So as per the plan, Bank Nifty has also shown the negativity, and the support that we have formed is also broken by Bank Nifty. Let's see if planning to go towards selling side also, we will be looking for a good setup only. Other than that, entering at any place is not something that we generally prefer. Look at the move of the market rate. It has continuously broken the lows, and put options are gone crazy right now. I told you if this low breaks and investor starts panicking, and that will be the point of fear of us only, us also, right? We have a little bit of electricity issue right now in our area, so that's why everything was pretty dark. So already put options are gone up so much. Let's have a look at those options. So call are falling crazy, and the put options are literally gone very high, right? So this is the premium decay moment because of expiry. If you ask me, is there any plan do you have right now? I will say that yes, because look, 81,000 is something that can't be acted as a support. तो यहाँ पर सेलिंग का ही प्लान रहेगा मेरा, बट आई हैव टू लुक. देखो बैंक निफ्टी में भी 51,800 का ब्रेकडाउन हो चुका है, नो डाउट, बट द इनिशियल कैंडल itself has shown कि there is enough bullishness into the position, sorry, enough like initial candle has shown कि चलो buyers आ जाओ, buy कर लो in बैंक निफ्टी, and after that showing some sort of rejection. देखो इस केस में buying करना is not something that we should be doing, क्योंकि that is what people would be planning also. यहाँ पर एंट्री ठीक थी, but nonetheless will be not getting that. Let's see if any retracement comes, then only we can buy, right? Other than that, even this particular straight line momentum, if you are buying into the Nifty or any whatever option, then you will be facing trouble only. So these are happening, right? Because it is continuously loading, continuously loading. That's why I'm being pretty cautious here. Okay, 81,000 breakdown already happened right now. Uh, I don't think any kind of buying side of momentum is possible today, because the way that market has shown rejection, I told you, right, in my previous video, if you go and see, right, I have told if in the further sessions market has stayed below 50, below the 50% of this particular swing, means ये जो buying है, क्योंकि ये पूरा selling में convert हो गया, so this can be the further uh, upcoming high of the market, right? So I told you that in the previous video, and that is what happening right now, because price is also malleable in nature, right? It should be having some sort of space in it. उसके बिना market move नहीं कर सकता, तो without having that space, मतलब without being weak, market और strengthen नहीं हो सकता. Let's look at put options also. They are going crazy, man. We are waiting for any sort of opportunity, but they are going crazy. अगर ऐसे ही स्ट्रेट लाइन मोमेंटम करता रहा तो लेट इट डू, देयर विल बी नो एंट्री फॉर अस, ठीक है, गिर जाने दो यहाँ से आधार पॉइंट, वी विल बी नॉट एंटरिंग इनटू द ट्रेड. But one momentum should be there just to remove those random sellers over this, and on which we will be adding position. But I don't think before 500 any kind of retracement is gonna happen, because Sensex has also broken 80,000 and done a little bit of move, right? And there is 80,800 in the next place. So let's see. I think 80,800 is gonna be hit in few minutes. So देखते हैं, अगर जाता है तो जाने को, there is no issue in that. No doubt there is no retracement in the call options are also. So I need a good bullish candle here, which will ensure that the high breakdown happens of the 5 minute. And after that, one retracement. तो कोई अगर सोच रहा है यहाँ पर ऐसा, लेट मी टेल यू दैट, कि यहाँ पर घुस जाता तो सही रहता, इतना तक का मोमेंटम मिल जाता, बेकार में वेट नहीं करना पड़ता. बट ट्रस्ट मी, if this is not a setup, right, you will be end up losing the money. If not today, then tomorrow. So be cautious, be preservative, be conservative about the capital that you have. ऐसा momentum आते रहेंगे. If it will go to 200, right, I will be not feeling any kind of guilt. Trust me, I will be not feeling any kind of guilt. But if this comes to my setup, then only we can trade, right? Other than that, going for a trade is something that one shouldn't be doing, and I will be not doing that also. Look, इस प्रीमियम का हमने 123 पे ऐड किया था, and this is hovering right now at 186. So does that mean that we will enter into this particular trade? Definitely not. So this is the retracement that I have waited for, because it is not like, because in the upcoming, if there is going to be a trend establishment in the upcoming session, random sellers need to be removed first, and in the second place, that particular persons should not carry the position, right? If you sell here, if you are carrying this position to till 500, you will be getting a lot of money, right? So market doesn't want that. So let's look at the put option and how they are, because okay, so if you have noticed this particular thing, from the high itself it has retraced till this, but I am expecting this low breakdown also. If this turns out to be a hanging man like candle, then that would be pretty fair enough, because after that we'll be seeing any kind of low breakdown of this particular hammer. So there is a clear-cut move pending for 500, but we can't enter at any place and sit in the hope that it will go to break the 500. I think this candle has a volume, and this rejection has particular. What I am expecting right now is the low breakdown of this particular thing. or at this particular low. After that, we could plan something. But if this turned out to be a rejection candle, then I will be not entering into this particular position. Sensex has reached almost near the 800, so there is a little, very little space for the. Look, one thing, one observation that I sharing with you is if market needs to or do a trend reversal, so it should be doing before any particular round number, right? You should be keeping that in mind. अगर यहाँ से reverse होता है, then it will be like establishment of a trend towards buying side. But that is something that is out of imagination. Because you look at the call option, right? They are pretty much lost their value in terms of intrinsic one. It has closed in a good volume red candle. So particularly if you look at this premium, it has came from 119 to 125 uh, to 94, means almost 25 points of retracement it has shown us. And in the particular 1 minute time frame also, it is showing some sort of hammer and thing. Let's say there is this point of confusion here because in this particular range, both buyers and sellers will be coming. Sellers will be thinking that market will continue this particular sellers selling swing, and buyers are thinking buyers will be not coming into this point. What I think right now, but looking at the double pattern at 1 minute, most probably they would be adding their positions. So I think we have lost the momentum here. Yes, this low on this low particular breakdown, we should be entering, but bit confusing place, so I avoided the trade. If this turned out to be a complete rejection candle, then we can plan something for call option. The and the options that we have are pretty much lost their value, so let me add some other ones. So the momentum is pretty continuous, so there is no point of entering into the call right now. But puts are not increasing that much, so you can assume that what I have told is going to establishing little bit. But I am not expecting 800 breakdown right now. And it's already happened. And with that too with a good volume only. Why suddenly I'm changed my mind into call side because the already the momentum has already been done a little bit. So in this particular time, if I am placing order at 100, if I am getting this premium at 100, that will be a great scenario. Other than that, anything is out of my reach because that particular position, that particular point of entry was a pretty confusing point. So that's why I have not entered. I told you like this, if this low breakdown happens, I will be entering, but I lost this intentionally because I was not confident about this particular trade. So you should be always trading your A plus setups. So there is a lot of space in Nifty to come till 500, but Sensex has already broken down the round number of particular 800. And if it tries to come here, and I think that there should not be any such kind of panic right now because till the point that Nifty is above 24,000, people will be not having that much of panic into the market. Once it goes below that, then you can think for any probable decision change of people. And Bank Nifty is also looking bullish, right? Not completely bullish, but stronger than what Nifty and Sensex are doing. And if you are thinking from an opposite perspective that they too have become more bearish than this one, so it should be bearish and people would be starting selling here. But Bank Nifty is what giving me opposite side of confidence that if this is looking strong, and Nifty is also made up of a few banking stocks. So particularly if this turns out to be a positive scenario, then it will be good for both Sensex and Nifty to continue onto the higher side. And it is not like that कि इतना बड़ा momentum हो गया miss हो गया. But look at the premium right now. It is 119, and I am trying to get the order at 100. So not a very high amount of points that we have lost right now. It's something that I am waiting for a good place to enter into the particular trade. So round number breakdown happened first, and after that showing some sort of bullishness. So let me have the positions on market play price only. I'm placing the order and got the price of 118, which is very, very, very far away from our imagination. No doubt this is the first pullback. I think 500 is something that we have entered at. Yes, you have to manage this very, very cautiously. Because of a lag, we have got the price very late. Once a short covering move comes, right, it will be a blast. So Bank Nifty has done its work, which we were expecting. On the first pullback itself, we have bought into the premium. Definitely, we should be waiting, but because of the price lag, so premium price that we have got is pretty late. So in my back of the mind, I was thinking this as a stop loss and not placing this into the system because in expiry, the probability of you getting hurt yourself is very high because of the order flow. No doubt the candle is not looking that much of good, but the amount of rejection it has shown right now is pretty much high enough. If, to be specific enough, if I tell you that if this high crosses right with a high volume, then it will be good for us to be in this particular trade. Otherwise, it is not. So it's crossing right now. Fair enough. So volatility was pretty much into the higher side, which is expected also because we are expecting a trend reversal move from here. Because the premium has a high intrinsic value, that's why it is moving more than the speed of requirement. Can't we conclude any? Definitely can't conclude anything right now. The only index which is Bank Nifty is supporting the directional move of us, and it has shown some sort of good rejection from the upper side, which is ensuring that yes, it might have accumulated some sort of stop loss above. There is rejection from both sides. So two times it has shown rejection in the 5 minute candle. Just to get a better value, I think I should add, let it be, let it be. Once a low breakdown happens, right, there should be the pause of momentum. If that is not happening, then we have to take exit from this. This candle has a particular volume in it. So if I try to observe the candle deeply, I think adding one position here would be good just to get a better value. Premium looks good, but the momentum must be fast enough. Further low breakdown already happened, which is the 81 breakdown. And from here itself, if the low breakdown again happens, then it will be very probable that it's not going to go. Put options are also not looking that lucrative. So once the high breakout happens, then we will be being clear into this position that yes, momentum could be onto our side only. But till that point, it will be a fearful thing only. The candles are not also looking good on 1 minute. The put buyers would be thinking that if trend के हिसाब से चलो नेगेटिव सब है तो बाय कर लेते हैं. It will be gonna rock. The call option buyers or call put sellers are not yet been profited. If the market stays here for 10 minutes, right, we will be losing the money. This is because of expiry session. And the average price that we have got is 107. This is very wrong. Shouldn't be taking the position at this point. But no worries. So each and every index. Okay, so in index the candle was pretty negative. Means it has shown rejection from downside, which is a thing to be cautious. Again, it has broken the low, and I think this time it should. Clearly, it looks like it is not sustaining right now. So it should be, it should not turn out to be a bluff again. Once the short covering move comes, and that will be the point of interest of us. One pretty wrong thing happened here is market has shown the move at the end of the candle, end of the 5 minute candle. The spot is looking pretty decent. In case of both Bank Nifty and Nifty, spot is looking pretty decent. So, okay, Bank Nifty has accumulated good chunk of buyers over the downside. That can be a concerning thing, but spot is looking fairly decent. So let me offload some quantity at this particular buying position only because look the risk in this particular position is pretty high, and as for that, if the reward does not seems to be high, then it will be not worth it. The reason why I am not uploading the quantity right at this point is because we have taken the risk on higher quantity, and taking the reward on a lower quantity is not something very good decision here. So it is showing the hammer-like situation. So uploading some quantity here is not a bad decision to be honest. I have placed to upload some quantity at 125, and for the rest I will be leaving that. So this is the short covering move that I am expecting. Look, particularly on this candle, if the decay effect is visible, then we have to be cautious. So let me look at the spot, how they are performing. The spot is looking decently fair enough. Also, it is trying to take resistance at 81,000. which I don't think it should be sustaining this move. So the direction is not clear enough, but it's pretty much showing that the rejection that particular Sensex is showing right now is something which is untrustable, right? So let's see if the momentum sustains over this or not. Look, what I am expecting from here is here onwards 81,000 breakout should be happening smoothly because the short covering move has already not started right now. And probably if you are thinking that on expiry you will hold the trade and you will get decent enough reward, then that is something option sellers also are willing to. The census has not clearly broken out the 81,000. In that particular breakout, we could see some decent move. If this would be the premium of a different expiry session, not today's, then it will be very good. But we are gone for the weekly expiry. So clearly, success is showing the rejection from 81,000, which is a pretty decent rejection only. So low it has made is this. Before that, it's this one. The particular bullish candle market has reversed completely. As we are looking on 15 minutes, so we should be keeping our stop loss as per that only. So if you look at the premiums are premiums are moving decent enough, no worries at that. But so Sensex, the rejection of Sensex is something that shouldn't be sustaining. So I don't know where it should be converting into the insustainance mode. So particularly, that is the point of interest here. So this low should sustain here. Otherwise, we could see that there is a bluff forming in the 81,000 point, right? It is very clear that people would be adding position looking at the 15-minute candle of Nifty, but market has already done a removal move for them. So particularly after the removal of them, if the low does not sustain from here, then it would be a thing to be concerned about. And to keep in mind that it's not likely to be making profit on expiry day because even the odds are in not your favor, right? So if you look at the particular price of Nifty also, it is just below 600, which means it is saying that option sellers could adjust the selling leg onto 600 also. So if there would be enough buyers sitting on the downside, then I think they should take the low of this premium. And then put options also market has removed every se- every every individual out there who will be sitting with with their positions. you look at the overall chart of the put options, then they are looking pretty bearish only. So the spot is not looking that much great enough. But expectation would be a particular high breakout move here. Because the amount of rejection we wanted from this particular 15-minute chart is something that market has not given, not given as of now. So because of expiry, we'll be losing the premium. So the negative candle in the 15-minute is decent enough to remove random guys over this. So on 15-minute things will be pretty decent if the premium ones come above 122. Otherwise, there will be a probability of the low breakdown of the particular 15-minute candle. And the spot is also looking fairly decent enough. And the way Bank Nifty is showing bullishness by removing every buyer out there is something insane. So here, a clear sideways kind of momentum happening right now. So giving that sideways money to the option seller over this is, I don't think, a good decision. For the so I think no matter how great trader you are, but if the momentum does not happen fast, you will be panicking out there into the market. I think I should be placing some quantity on order flow. Okay, I've got that. And for the rest, I can sit down and think of what could be the probably next situation of the market. Because on expiry, if the momentum does not happen fast, right, you will be facing trouble more or less. The only thing is what giving me reason to hold this trade is the resistance made by a Sensex right here. So let's not be very optimistic right at this point. I am placing further quantities also because if you hold this particular trade on expiry kind of case, you will be losing the premium whatever the option seller wants from you. Replacing it to If there will be multiple point of confirmations, then holding this particular one is not an issue. But only confirmation was the particular resistance of a band of Sensex. And on top of that, if you are holding, then that's fair enough. But because of the expiry, you could lose whatever you have gained because of the option selling move. So if this would be an option selling position, I will be sitting easily and firmly with the position. So let me just place it to 122. If I am getting that, then that's fair enough. Or one thing that I could probably do here is place a stop loss of this particular 15-minute candle low and set back. But it is so close that you can't even think of getting this not heated in the particular position of expiry. It is very clear that it's just a firefighting of me with the market to get something out of this. But if it would not be an option buying position, then doing that is fairly a good thing. But as it is, so probably what I'm doing right now is something that shouldn't be done. So clearly it has reversed. Let's see if any kind of sustenance be generating here, then it would be great. It's low should sustain here. So looking at the red candle, people will be definitely buying some short of put options. That is for sure. But this should reverse to give us a confirmation of that. When it will be confirmed, when once it comes above 111, So clearly it's not sustaining right now, so I should be exiting on the market price only. So pretty good firefighting we have done with the market and close the position in break even only because clearly it's not sustaining onto the call side, and whatever is visible right now is the option sellers market because as of what I can think right now is the people who would be selling the 24 500 call option, they would be sitting placing their stop loss here. So going against them is something that I shouldn't be doing. Let's see where market goes in for the next 1 to 2 hours.